History of Militaries Across the World podcast. My name is Craig, and I'm going to be your host for this episode. Today, we're going to be talking about the Switzerland military. Switzerland's defense systems were once the responsibility of individual towns and cantons. A properly organized army first came into existence during the Helvetic era, 1798 to 1803. The development of a Confederate army was one of the main items on Switzerland's political agenda during the decades after 1798. In 1815, Europe's major powers recognized the neutrality and independence of the Swiss Confederation. Coincidentally, national defense ensuring domestic law and order and defending the territory of the Swiss Confederation advanced to becoming a definitive strategic objective of the army. During the second half of the 20th century, and especially after 1980, the future and alignment of the Swiss army increasingly became an issue of political dispute. Whether proponent or opponent of the army, whether they're academic or simple recruit, every interested party can find documents on the history of their military in the Swiss Federal Archives. Switzerland and the United States have enjoyed a relationship of friendship since the 19th century, founded on shared values in democracy, the rule of law, and respect for human rights. The Swiss military plans to raise the ceiling on defense spending to 25.8 billion Swiss francs, or $29.2 billion between 2025 and 2028, up from 21.7 billion francs in the previous 4-year period. Thank you all for listening to today's episode of the History of Militaries Across the World podcast. My name is Craig, and I will see you next time. Disclaimer credits. All information was found on apnews.com and vtg.admin.ch.